What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I want to go over some new features, some details, and some neat things that I learned about the DLC Teal mask for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. As far as spoilers go, I'm not going to really be going over a lot of information. I am going to be loosely talking about the new Pokemon that are going to be introduced. If you consider knowing anything about any not officially released Pokemon, the two officially not released Pokemon, then you may want to skip this video. The most important thing that I have to say about this update, which happens whether or not you buy the DLC, boxes have been fixed. How fast you can scroll through the boxes and all the Pokemon are showing up? It's fixed. Why was it horrible before? Why? Why was it so bad? And now it's just better. Kind of related, kind of not related. After the Pokemon Home update, I feel like it's a little bit better. Not nearly as good as it was previously, but it looks like you can scroll through the boxes at a much more reliably quick pace than you were before. Because before, it was just really bad. And I feel like it's a lot better than it was. This is not a very long DLC. It took me about 6 hours of not really trying to play hard to do a lot of the story, and I got most of the Pokedex. The Pokedex in this area is only 200 Pokemon, 100 of which is from Paldea. As soon as you open up your Pokedex, you are going to be at 100 out of 200, and you're going to see most of this has been actually filled in for you. There's, going to be some blank entries here and there. And I also noticed that there's a large amount of Pokemon that have special evolutionary requirements as opposed to just leveling up. Because here I am going into the DLC like, oh yeah, I have all this XL candy from all these promo raids going on. I'm going to evolve everything easy peasy. Not really. These are all the ones that require special items or stones in order to evolve. And then these ones require being traded while holding an item, friendship at specific times a day, level up while knowing a move. So there are some different evolution methods within that 100 Pokemon that you are going to be using and encountering. However, a bunch of these you're going to be able to catch in the wild in their evolved forms. Like there is a static melodic that you're going to be able to encounter and catch. I didn't catch it in this game. There are some gift Pokemon that you can get and some static encounters, and I want to go over exactly what is and is not shiny locked so you know 100%. This information is coming from the data miners, specifically Matt. As soon as you start off your adventure, you are going to be finding Jacques out here in the field, exactly at my location here. And when you speak with him, there's a nice little cutscene that ensues. And then at the end of that, you're going to be getting an egg. And this egg, when you hatch it, it's going to be one of the 3 Sinnoh starters. All 3 Sinnoh starters are shiny locked. They do not have any amazing IVs or hitting abilities or anything else. It's literally just a regular Sinnoh starter, as if you were to get it from a professor. That also means that the Sinnoh starters are now transferable in Pokemon Home. There's a side quest that's going to be going on that you're going to be able to get yourself Hisuian Growlithe at level 15. He is also shiny locked, but he comes with 3 max IVs, so that's pretty neat. And then the new mini game that we saw about going around and collecting the balloons, apparently if you do really good at that, there's going to be a shiny Munchlax with the crafty mark that's a gift to you. So you are gifted a shiny Munchlax if you do complete that. And as far as the static encounters go, if you're not familiar with the term static encounters, that means if there's a Pokemon that's always going to be in the exact same place, whether it's part of the storyline, part of the scripting, if it's the only one encounter of that, so on and so forth. There is a Melodic and an Ariados that are going to be sort of just in the story-ish. You can catch both of them. They are shiny locked. There is the brand new Ursaluna form called a Blood Moon Ursaluna, which is a pretty neat side quest in here. Not very long though. Blood Moon Ursaluna is shiny locked, and you cannot evolve any Ursaring into Blood Moon Ursaluna. So you can only catch this one Blood Moon Ursaluna, it cannot be shiny. And then as far as the 4 legendary Pokemon, the Loyal 3 and Ogerpon, all 4 of those are going to be shiny locked. All legendary Pokemon that have been introduced in Scarlet and Violet are shiny locked between the tablets of Ruined Pokemon, Koraidon, Miraidon, the Loyal 3, and Ogerpon, so that's it. Just, there's no shinies of all of those. You don't have to save and reset in front of them. In regard to the levels of all the wild Pokemon that you're going to be encountering, They're typically going to be between level 60 and level 85, I found, between the wild Pokemon, the wild Terra Pokemon, and the trainer Pokemon as well. So I went in here with my Breloom, who's my catcher, Skeledirge, who's my starter, and they've been doing pretty all right. There were some battles that I lost. Some of the trainers actually have really good items on their Pokemon that are like there's a Morpeko who has a Focus Sash. So you have to like constantly keep that in mind. He usually gets 2 hits off on you. And then I also have Tatsugiri, who I taught it Soak and Memento just to be able to help catch, because there are a lot of grass type Pokemon or Pokemon who are going to be resisting False Swipe. So to make my job with Breloom a little bit easier, I decided to do that. As far as clothing goes, you do have your new uniforms that you got when you pre-ordered the DLC, and then you're also going to be getting the Jinbai, this outfit over here, as soon as you start the festival on night 1. And then once you complete it, you're going to be getting it in a few different colors, including a white one that I absolutely love, and I'm going to totally be using this. But as far as the accessories, like the gloves, you can actually get brand new stuff when you go back to all the old shops, and then you show them like a pass that you have. It's like, oh, you went to this place, I want you to show off my cool stuff, so bring this over there. Also, this haircut, if you go to the barber shop, there's a haircut that looks like Hisuian Zoroark, and I was like, yep, absolutely, I need that. I don't care, I can't wear anything cool on my head ever again. That's the outfit I ended up going with. Big fan of that. I like these new riding gloves that are like black and then your specific off color, and they're like a little glossy. There is a feature that's going to be available at all the technical machines, which is filter learnable moves. So either from the regular menu or from this very specific one, you click the one Pokemon, and then it's going to filter between all of the different tabs the specific TMs that you know how to craft that Pokemon can then learn. There's a variety of TMs that are coming back that you're just going to be finding randomly on the ground in places, including the TM for Scald, Solar Blade, Uproar, Grassy Glide, very popular one, and Poltergeist. All those are coming back, as well as Misty Explosion, Scale Shot, Flip Turn, Dual Wing Beat. Toxic has returned. It's now TM 175 instead of 6. A TM for Haze. Some pretty cool stuff here. Maybe, you know, people have stopped using Murkrow in VGC. High Horsepower, Icicle Spear. So like some really, really good TMs are back. And so far, most of the TMs I found are just from on the ground in different places. You also get what is essentially a selfie stick. And yeah, you can go around, you can take selfies like that. There's a whole bunch of different expressions that you can do with different hand motions. So I've learned that some of the NPCs are actually gonna be reacting and you can take selfies with them. So like this guy, he just started smiling. And if you go to change music, they have different expressions, which I think is pretty neat. Oh, and that mini game that you get to go around and pop the different balloons, the rewards for that, some of which are Mochi. I think there's Mochi for different things. So you take a look at Breloom over here. See how I have max speed and max attack? You can tell by the little shining going on. And then I threw the last couple of points inside of probably HP. And that's the reason that the inside triangle is blue instead of yellow where it normally is. The Mochi is going to be related to also increasing and decreasing in the same way that, you know, protein and HP up and things like that also do that. So you have like your health Mochi, which increases in HP stat, muscle for attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. And then you also have fresh start Mochi, which will remove all of a Pokemon's effort values that you trained up. So if you wanted to completely reset all of the stats on a Pokemon, you just give it the one fresh start Mochi and then all of it is gone. Now this still isn't the same thing as its individual values, meaning like what you see when you look at the judge function here. It's just a way to have all the EV reducing berries all in one item. So now you don't need to like randomly reset at the auction house for the berry set. I've done that a bunch of times. It's annoying. And then I think one of the last things that I wanted to talk about was the new seats for picnics. So from the Kitakami Hall, as you're leaving, I think like on this corner right here, or it's on this dirt circle, or maybe coming down the road. Somewhere from here to the top of there's going to be two guys standing next to each other. And when you interact with those two guys, if you have any tablecloths that you've purchased already, they're going to be able to make chairs for you based off of those tablecloths. You can see right here, I have the dragon tablecloth that has like Tyranitar and Salamence and Noibat and all that on there. If I go over here and I go to redecorate, I now have my chairs and I can change them to any of the chairs that match the tablecloths. So if I make it the Academy chairs, I have that, which, you know, not crazy about the way that looks. Monstrous chairs, that's what it's called, not the dragon. So yeah, you can make the chairs match the tablecloth now. I just really like that little change there. So, you know, just neat little touches for you to customize your picnic setup, since you're going to be spending a lot of time picnicking now that there's, what, 100 Pokemon that you're going to be able to shiny hunt for. And then also, something you may have not realized, but like the 100 Pokemon that are now returning, they're going to be in various areas as well that you're going to be able to do the isolated encounter method. So if there was, you know, 5 or 6 different types of Pokemon that were all in the same place and it was a mess, now you have a second chance. Great example of this is Electros. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the second form. He and Tynamo, I'm pretty sure that's how you say the first one. I didn't play 5th gen that much. They are going to be on top of land spawns. So now you're going to be able to just like look around on land, and they're going to be much easier to see than when they were underwater before. So make your life a lot easier. And there we go. That's all the spoiler-free, early, quick information that I wanted to give you guys as far as taking off your first steps in... That was a weird lag. First steps in the Teal mask. By the way, performance... It's not hot. Performance is not hot, that's for sure. If you guys already started playing the Teal Mask DLC and you have some thoughts one way or the other, drop them in the comment section down below. If you found this information helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Until next time, Austin John out.
Man, they see me shining like I got the charm. Stay strapped, got that jet ball in my palm. Fell from the sky, guess I'm the chosen one. And if you need to know how, check out Austin John. Champion flow. Yeah, I got that champion flow.